Hello, I'm Sam Stovall, U.S. Equity Strategist for S&P Capital IQ. In this week's Sector Watch, I discuss the sell in May strategy of rotate, don't retreat, incorporating the cyclical 6 months of November through April. Despite its detractors, the sell-in-May strategy of remaining invested but rotating into the defensive sectors from May through October beat the market once again. By now, many are well aware of the old adage of sell in May, but how versed are they on the S&P 500's performance during the other 6 months of the year? A hypothetical investor could have done one of three things using ETFs that mimic the market and sector indices. He could have owned the S&P 500 all year long, earning a compound annual growth rate of 7.1% since April 30th of 1995. 2, he could have engaged in a semi-annual rotation strategy, owning the S&P from November through April, but then taking a 50% stake in the S&P 500 consumer staples and healthcare sectors from May through October. This strategy would have earned him 10.5% per year. 3, if this same investor engaged in a full-year sector rotation strategy in which he had a 50% exposure to the S&P 500 consumer staples and healthcare sectors from May through October and a 1/3 exposure to the S&P 500 consumer discretionary, industrials, and materials sectors from November through April, his compound annual growth rate would have jumped to 13.4%. Finally, this strategy succeeded when using sectors from the S&P Equal Weight 500, the S&P Small Cap 600 Index, and the S&P Global 1200 Index. So there you have it. Sometimes investing is a lot like life. You just have to go with the flow. In this case, investing from a seasonal standpoint could be equated with whitewater rafting. You let the market take you where it wants to go and just hope you get to enjoy the ride. I'm Sam Stovall, and I'll talk with you again next week.